As I just mentioned, distrust of the government seems pretty high with 7 months of unrest already in Hong Kong. How much more challenging does this make to contain the virus?
Well, I can tell you many Hong Kong people are very worried. And on a very basic level, many of them cannot even get the surgical mask to protect themselves, although the government keeps saying if you go out, if you take public transport, you must wear the mask. But many people cannot get them, and the government has not been able to source them, and so this is a very deep concern. But people are saying that what Carrie Lam announced yesterday is not enough, and the medical and health staff in public hospitals are planning to go on strike. They will have a big meeting in the coming days to determine it. And so I can tell you people are very worried. And just then I heard on the news some of the financial analysts predict that when the Hang Seng stock market opens in a few hours' time, it will drop at least 1,000 points and maybe more. So it is a very, very frightened and jittery city.
But this really is not just about the coronavirus, right? It's about the months and months of unrest that we have seen already in Hong Kong. Is it time for the city to really sort of diversify away from the dependence it has on the Chinese mainland, especially when it comes to tourists?
Exactly. And so it's a mixture of the frustration, the anger that we felt in the last 7 months, plus now the fear. And also, of course, there have been tens of or hundreds of thousands of Chinese people, mainlanders flooding into Hong Kong in the last week or more, and then more Hong Kong people will return to Hong Kong after holidaying in mainland China. So you're right. It's a mixture of all those sentiments, and it makes it very, very explosive.
So what was wrong for the Hong Kong government trying to get the 5 million housing development and set it up as an emergency facility, the quarantine site? This seemed to be a preventive measure, but protesters were really not happy with what was going on there. So if there is a mentality of not in my backyard, how do you plan to contain this?
Well, maybe that's the case, but I think the more important thing is there was no public consultation at all. And this is classic Carrie Lam. She decides on something. She returned from Switzerland. She was away during the climax of the crisis. She returned and she said, do this, do this, do that.
But isn't the point of an emergency in any government the fact that you have to be able to act fast and that you are having the backing of the people?
You are right, but the people do not trust her. You act fast and you choose holiday camps to do it. Nobody object. But if you act fast, you do it right next to a big housing estate where hundreds of thousands of people are living. You need to consult, so you need to be able to tell the difference.